Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. So I just wanted to get this out here very, very quickly and briefly. And again, as always, thank you, Patreons, for your support. We couldn't do it without you guys over there. So multiple sources right now talking about strikes that have been committed by Israel. It appears these have been targeted at the moment, perhaps more like surgical strikes at specific targets. And the thing is, it's in 3 different countries. So Iran, Iraq, and Syria at the moment. And this seems like this is just happening, just breaking, as you're seeing here. This may develop into something bigger, or maybe it's just going to be targeted strikes of, as many people are thinking, potential nuclear facilities. So 3 explosions being reported in southern Iran. Israel hasn't confirmed anything yet. The cities of Isfahan and Natanz in central Iran. Both of these cities contain facilities important to Iran's nuclear program. So that would make sense because there's actually been quite a bit of talk about untested or unshown weaponry that Iran would respond to if Israel attacks. So here we have another escalation. And as I was saying to Cindy, this is just like what Nostradamus said about the month of April. Let's hope it's not this month, or maybe he got it wrong, but so far it does seem that there are potentially great disasters that are building, as he put it. So just to recap this, as you can probably hear if I let this play. Let's see, you get the sound. You have air raid sirens going on and huge explosions. Baghdad. Baghdad, boy, that brings me back to the old days with both Bushes bombing Iraq. And so Israel at the moment appears to have bombed Iraq and Iran and also Syria, Suwaida and Syria. All these are potentially military targets that they're trying to take out. There's more too going on. The FBI says that Chinese hackers are preparing to attack U.S. infrastructure. FBI Director Christopher Wray has announced that Chinese government-linked hackers have infiltrated U.S. critical infrastructure. China is developing the capability to cause significant damage to our critical infrastructure at a time of their choosing, waiting for the opportune moment to deal a devastating blow. Ongoing Chinese hacking campaign known as Volt Typhoon has successfully accessed numerous American companies in telecommunications, energy, water, other critical sectors, with 23 pipeline operators being targeted. And, you know, the way the world is and the amount people are waking up to things, just like scrolling through a lot of comments, people were saying things like, oh, okay, so the FBI is planting a false flag. Because, you know, you have the awareness of false flags now, at least a lot more of the population does. Yet at the same time, really, there's one global governance that's directing all this conflict. And that's something that still is, I guess, a CONS piracy theory at the moment for the masses.
Oh, I don't know. You know, why have somebody else do something when you have all the tools to do it yourself?
Yeah. Major 9/11 outages reported becoming nationwide. There's been a lot of different things. All this does seem like it's coming to a head. You know, I would strongly recommend everybody, again, look to generators if you're able to. I know everybody has a different situation. I was reading comments, and one person was saying they're on disability in an apartment, and I understand that. That's how my mom spent the last 20 years of her life, in a small apartment on, with government funding. I totally get that. So if you are able to, absolutely, I couldn't I can't imagine a better time to make sure that you have as many bases covered as you can, if you are able to.
Can I say something about people that are in that situation that might be in an apartment that are low income? The good news is that there is the ability to kind of help one another, because everyone that's there is probably in the same boat. So you have people that you can work with, and that's where you need to do what you can where you can. Not everyone has those assets or abilities, and we have to adjust to be a little bit fluid.
Absolutely. So U.S. State Department is engaged in a deliberate cover-up. This is from Matt Gaetz, by the way, who is a congressman. And cover-up of the conditions the U.S. forces in Niger, not Nigeria, are finding themselves in, as so many countries have traded USA flags and hats for BRICS flags and hats. And you've had even France leave again, countries that they've been in for a long time, 100 years plus, have their military evacuate. You're finding that there's a lot of American personnel that will find them as soon as the war is on globally, officially, way behind enemy lines. And it's a part of what happens in war. I do think that our troops, not just in Niger but in other countries, back in 2017 the US had military forces in 90% of the countries around the globe. That's insane, but that is what our position has been. Now they're just going to shift that to Chinese forces doing the same thing that the US did. That's it. It's the same system in place. Billy Carson was just doing a lot of people there, over 4,000 people taking part in the live, and a lot of awake people. There are a lot of us that are awake out there, and there's different levels of awakeness. Keep spreading the truth as you know it. So what do we have here? The U.S. blocked Palestine's full membership at the United Nations with a veto. This is all part of ostracizing the U.S. and Israel. So they are the number one pariahs, and it's so obvious how history is going to write this as the U.S. falls and Israel falls and NATO falls, and there's a new outward power structure in place. It's just so blatantly obvious to see. I at least I think so.
Well, I have a hard time seeing what you see.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, that's because she's on a different playing field, so to speak. Yeah, she sees the other realms. But yeah, this is exactly what's going on. This is so, they did this, they did that. The whole world was against them. And meanwhile, it will still be the same old system. As you see, China, the fine dining ware country, experiments with, no need for ouchies. They'll just use those little buggers. Those little buggers. Yeah, or, again, they just put it up in the sky. Everybody is waking up to the trails. And they're not happy trails for us. Happy trails for you. This guy's enjoying a little of the high life here. Take care of yourself. Have some me time while we still can do things in a normal sense as the world just spins off into chaos. Thank you guys so much for being part of the family again. Do what you can to get yourself as situated as possible in case the power goes out. Or in case, anything happens. Have an earthquake plan, a tsunami plan, tornado plan, alien invasion plan, Red Dawn plan. You guys could give us some ideas. Share your thoughts for what type of plans we need.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.